Tehran, Iran's capital, is a city of contrasts. On one hand, you have ancient Persian architecture, like the Golestan Palace, that reminds you of centuries-old history. On the other, sleek, modern skyscrapers and luxury malls are popping up. The city is home to about 9 million people, making it a cultural and economic powerhouse. Tehran's northern areas are posh, filled with upscale restaurants and designer stores, while the southern neighborhoods are more working class. It's a city where old meets new, and the mashup is fascinating. Ever wonder what daily life in Tehran looks like? Imagine a bustling city where people are juggling work, school, and social life. Tehranis are very tech-savvy, often glued to their smartphones, and yes, social media is a big deal here, even with restrictions. You'll see students heading to universities, entrepreneurs working in co-working spaces, and families gathering at parks. While public spaces like gyms are often segregated by gender, people still find ways to have fun. Cafes are a big part of social life, and despite some conservative rules, the younger generation knows how to keep things interesting. Oh, and let's not forget the infamous Tehran traffic. It's wild. Think of it as a real-life video game, except, without extra lives. The economy. Well, that's where things get a little tricky. Inflation is high, and sanctions have made life more expensive. If you think gas prices are bad where you live, Tehranis feel it more. However, the tech scene is booming. Tehran is becoming a hub for young entrepreneurs, especially in software development and startups. On one hand, you have luxury brands in northern Tehran, but in other parts of the city, people are just trying to get by. It's not uncommon to see someone scrolling through Instagram at a high-end cafe while their neighbor is figuring out how to deal with rising rent prices. If you've got a business idea and the guts, Tehran's tech world might just be your playground. Now let's talk culture. Iran's traditions are still very much alive, but Tehran has its own modern twist. The city is a melting pot of art, music, and food. Want a taste of Persian history? The museums and galleries here are top-notch. But that's not all. Tehran is home to some vibrant underground music scenes and art galleries. You didn't expect rock bands in Tehran? Well, they exist, practicing in secret and performing at private venues. The dress code? Yes, it's conservative, but that doesn't stop people from expressing themselves. Tehranis are stylish and creative, finding ways to make fashion statements within the boundaries. It's all about pushing the limits, quietly. When it comes to politics, things can get tense. Internet access is controlled, and freedom of speech is limited. But Tehranis are resilient. People often find workarounds to access the global web or share opinions anonymously. Demonstrations still happen, though they're usually closely watched by the authorities. The city has its share of social issues, and while many dream of change, they know it's a tricky balance. Even so, there's an undeniable sense of optimism, especially among the younger generation who want a better future. Tehran is a city full of life, contradictions, and endless stories. From the vibrant tech scene to the bustling cafes, it's a place where tradition meets modernity in unexpected ways. If you ever get the chance to visit, you'll see for yourself just how complex and captivating it is. But enough about that. What do you think life is like in Tehran? Drop a comment below, share your thoughts, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell icon for more content like this.